gotta scoot in close. Where you going, Kel?
Lisa, here.
Come here.
My tomatoes this morning
Come on in.
were no longer wilted.
Come on in.
They were no longer wilted. And
You're no, you're.
you know what else? Is this up there?
It's probably not a good one.
And this is the best.
I like this chair. This one's nice.
Listen, and my Italian peppers, Italian sweet peppers, they're so cool looking. They went crazy in this hot
Are you
weather.
the crowd?
I think that's a good one.
Oh, you're out.
You can talk about me.
Oh, okay. And Joe, another
They go
one.
crazy. They went crazy in the hot weather. This little pepper plant has just tons of peppers all over it.
What
Are
kind
we
of
on?
peppers?
Oh yeah, we've been recording this whole time.
What kind of peppers?
They're called Italian sweet peppers. So right
Are
now
they like the little ones?
they're medium sized, I guess. They're not like a bell pepper. I don't think they have the width of like a bell pepper, but they're so cool because they're kind of crinkly and weird looking, which I love them. But and they're green now because they're still growing. But I looked at it this morning after all of that heat, and they went nuts. I mean, there's peppers everywhere. Anyway,
Probably
they
because they
turned-
thought they were in New Mexico
I
again.
love it. And you're not
Did
supposed
you,
to pick them
did
till
you
they're
buy them
red.
from Hatch
No,
so that you
smarty.
could plant them
You're
yourself?
just trying to start fights with me.
I am, because we have already, you have already started this nonsense.
How did I start it?
Before-
All I said
before
was
I
you
even came out of my
look
office.
so handsome today.
Before I even came out of my office, you started this.
Because you mouthed off when
Oh.
I was asking
Oh.
Kaylee a question, a valid question. I'm just simply this is not even a big deal. We're just talking, and they're talking about conflag, and I've told them they're losing out, and then I just happened to say, "Is Will going on conflag?" I think that's a pretty normal question because you went on conflag before. I'm just simply
That's a good-
saying.
That's a good
Hey,
question to ask Will.
Hold on. So Kaylee is sitting right there, and I said, "Is Will going on conflag?" And she said no. And then who pipes up from the back office?
Will's not going.
Like I needed him to say it, because I know Kaylee would tell me if she didn't know, she'd say, "I don't know."
I didn't tell Kaylee I wasn't going.
Kaylee said you were not going
How does she know that?
because she's not. Because you said you weren't going, smarty.
I heard you say you were. I feel like this is a form of like group therapy with like what do you call it?
By the way, this is not
accountability.
mine.
Oh, so for those of you that don't know, welcome in Kelby.
Hi.
Our
Kelby
guest-
Cano.
Guest appearance, Kelby Cano. She is our one of our seasonals, but also our therapist.
Mhm.
Got files on all of you.
You do.
That's real.
You do. See, she just sits over in the corner with her pen and notepad.
And she goes, no, actually, she goes like this.
Working
Oh.
on the facial control.
And how does
Yeah.
how does that make you feel?
How long have you felt that way?
All the questions, all the
Oh.
therapy questions.
But yes, this is a form of group therapy. It's really mainly just me and Mary Ann fighting and talking about stuffs and things.
I came in here when Will first walked out of his office this morning. I looked right at Will and I said, "Oh, Will, you look so handsome today."
No.
Yes, I did.
Hang on. Let's say it in the tone that you actually used.
That's
So-
the tone I used.
No.
Oh, you look so handsome today.
Yeah, that was more like it.
Yes, and I said, "Gosh, that shirt is just
Oh, yeah.
really looks nice on
wow.
you."
Oh, that shirt is just so good.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
I'm going to ask the audience, does that sound sincere or does that sound...
It was sincere, people.
Well, what is your history with compliments and everything?
Yeah,
I don't get any.
Okay.
sure you do. So you should really, as you and I were talking
See,
yesterday
most of the comments...
about coaching,
Hang on.
you don't want people to hand them out all the time, because that way when they give you one, it makes you feel good because you know that they don't hand them out all the time.
Not with today's
But
youth.
not you.
Not with today's youth. That doesn't work.
It does with Kelby. And it does with Kelby. We were just talking about it.
Did you tie your finger in a knot? What happened over there?
No, my hand like cramped up, and now my hand's all tingling.
But anyway,
So I give you the first compliment I've ever given you in all the years
well,
I've known
hang
you.
on. That's not true. Most of the time, it's a couple of jabs, and then, no, seriously, you do look good.
I was just
Right?
I was trying
So,
to
it's
lead
more-
with the right foot, and he
I'm
can't handle it.
not used to actually getting the compliment as a compliment without a couple of jabs, so I know it's not true. It's not a real compliment. So I'll never wear the shirt again, and I'll bring my green one tomorrow, just for you.
You look like crap today.
See, that's what I'm used to. Thank you. I appreciate you.
So did you feel suspicious then?
Very.
Shouldn't have.
See?
That's my
See?
favorite shirt that he wears.
Do you feel like she had a hidden agenda for you?
I like this.
Agenda?
See, we're talking group therapy, and we have our therapist with her. I'm surprised she's not typing.
You know, I have to buy his clothes. I should just buy him a bunch of polos.
You do buy my
in
clothes.
royal blue. It's the best color.
You literally are the one that puts the order in.
I'm not buying you stupid lime green
I do need a
or
same.
ugly drab gray.
I do need one that matches Joe's salmon one.
No, you don't.
Coral. Sorry,
Yeah,
coral.
coral.
Okay, here's the deal with that ugly coral shirt that I don't like. I didn't buy it. Ginger did.
Oh, okay. Well,
So,
here's the problem.
Gosh, I
My
don't think I
wife's-
can find that.
My wife's taste is closer to yours, so
Oh, I guess you're not gonna get one then.
I'll have to do it myself.
What? It's like a peachy pink.
It's coral.
Coral.
No.
I will say though, it is nice that when they're wearing a shirt on scene, for myself, and I don't know how Kaylee feels.
That one.
You know exactly who you're looking for.
Oh boy,
I
it's
do.
like a highlighter. It's like having a
Oh,
giant
where's Will?
highlighter.
Ah,
on
there he
scene.
is.
Yeah, but you have to
You
say, yeah,
can't
on
miss
the
it.
scene, there's so much happening and moving around, and there's like could be a gajillion people.
I mean, he could be out of the corner of your eye in a lime green one. You'd be like, ah, because you know, and it startle you because he's so highlighter green.
no, it's not like an it's like, oh, there you
Yeah.
are.
Yeah, because I
don't care what
I
you say.
provide
When
a
I
sense of
see him-
comfort.
No. When I see him in this office in that ugly lime green shirt, I want to burn it. I'd burn it on him. If I could light him on fire at that moment, I'd probably do it.
Wow.
If I wouldn't get in trouble.
You wouldn't get in trouble. I will have to say though, from like a color palette theory
Yeah.
and whatnot,
Color
I feel like
palette.
this one does fit
Yep.
your skin tone a
Oh
lot
yeah,
better.
yeah.
Oh, does he look nice in it?
It brings out my eyes. The crap brown of my eyes.
You don't take compliments well.
No, I don't. No, I'm not used to getting them, so I don't. But, and that kind of goes like throughout my fire service career. I really don't like accolades when I just do my job.
So you don't feel like you should be recognized for doing the bare minimum, or just not the bare minimum, but like doing what you're supposed to.
Yeah, I don't need.
Listen, I'll tell you whatever I want to tell you when I want to tell it
That's
to you.
why you're the commish, so it's fine. Do John.
John.
So,
Sounds like a French word.
John.
Duke John.
Kaylee
Oh.
and I have to wear the same exact color
Talking.
shirt every day.
Speaking of
So-
French.
And we never get compliments.
No, what the hell?
You said you don't want compliments handed out to you all the
I
time.
want them to be genuine, so you genuinely do not like this shirt.
Dude, buy that shirt for everyone. I'm going his side.
But anyway, back to French.
That's pretty good.
I was watching something on. It was a documentary about.
You watched the documentary?
I'm
Shocking.
weird like you. Okay, I do
I
watch.
do love a
I
documentary.
do watch documentaries, but they were
Problem.
talking about the colonization of America and how our accents came to be.
Mhm.
Like,
Duchamp.
yeah, like Dijon. You said it sounds like French. You know why it sounds French?
Was it French?
Because the French settled Louisiana. So,
Why didn't you say
Cajun.
it right?
Dijon, Louisiana.
Thank you.
You with me? No, I just think.
It's like
Now I'm
being
just
a
thinking of
dog.
that lightning bug on Princess and the Frog.
Ray.
Yeah. Oh, Ray. Ray's in love with. I don't remember. It's
He
a
watches
star.
all the cartoon movies. Seriously.
Yeah,
That's my favorite
Girls.
Disney movie.
It is a pretty good one.
Okay, I get that you would still watch Disney movies.
Do you realize?
But you?
Do you realize how much adult humor is in Disney movies?
Oh,
but
yeah.
you, big firefighter
Oh.
man,
You know
he
who
watches
watches,
all the cartoons.
You know who watches Disney movies all the time?
Levi.
Levi does.
Mm-hmm.
Levi,
You know what
I'm
his
still
favorite
afraid.
movies
I'm
is?
still afraid of Levi.
Why?
He intimidates me.
He can't do very much. He's kind of a gimp right now.
I was gonna say you could run away from him pretty
I
easily.
know, but he just looks rough and gruff.
Because he
Legit.
has no emotions whatsoever.
No.
Kind of like Will.
I was gonna say, is that why we get along so well?
I feel like the more like not crabby, but less emotional the person is, the more I want to find out more about them.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Crap.
It's like, oh wow, like this is so fascinating. Like,
Challenge accepted.
See, which is funny, right? Joe and I were talking about this last night to Matt Meyer, one of the deputy chief over in Vernonia. You know.
You went too?
Yeah, went to.
Okay.
I got enough stuff. But Chief is talking about how, like, we were talking about the social media blast that a lot of the fire departments get. And we talked about how nice and pleasant Joe is and how...
Joe Kaczynski?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is actually
Yeah,
pleasant.
he's nice and pleasant and, like, all this stuff. And I'm more rough and to the
Yes,
point.
you are.
And
Yes, that's true.
for
Very
some
true.
reason, people tend to not like Joe, but they like me, and I don't like it. Like, I don't try to like people.
Joe, okay, yes, Joe always, he's usually smiley and nice to people, and he has that Joe, you just have to experience it. He has a Joe chuckle. He chuckles. Even if he's like being serious, just you can still get the chuckle out of him.
Uh-huh.
Will's not a chuckler. Well, he is if he likes you, like with us, he'll laugh. But Will can be extremely serious and extremely to the point. So yeah, I get that. I could see you actually being more intimidating. I think you're more intimidating
Mm-hmm.
because you're so straight and to
I
the
try.
point. Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong, people. Joe ain't no. Chief Joe is no pushover.
And Will's a big teddy bear.
Huh?
And Will's a big teddy bear.
Weird teddy bear to us.
Some people.
Yeah. He's to his family. He's kind to his family. And all that kind of stuff. But, yeah, there's a heart in there somewhere. Sometimes you just sometimes you gotta kind of.
It's buried down deep.
I think I see it.
Yeah, you gotta unlock the door to get to it. But
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
there for some reason. That's why I do what I do.
Yeah. And then this one is ultra kind. Very kind to everyone. And little spicy pants over here, Whiteman. She is kind, but she can be feisty. My goodness.
I'm mean.
She is not mean. She says she is, but I don't.
You haven't seen me mad. Like mad.
Because she's nice to us. I don't know if I want to see you be mean.
I can't be mean to you guys. You guys will fire me.
Well, there's that.
It's niceness with intent.
It's I want to keep my job.
Okay, so what else?
There's a lot.
Let's hear it. You're like, oh, let's do a
We
podcast.
haven't done this for how long now?
I know, I have to hear it every week from Joe.
Yeah. And
Hey, you guys doing a podcast today?
well, and you're just apparently just too busy for us anymore. So we can't sit down here.
I'm busy running
have a nice conversation.
Running the station. Okay.
You pick on me all the time, and it's not in front of a camera. So
I do
what
pick on him.
what are we doing with our life?
See, here's the thing. I have to be nice to people all day.
Just not me.
And Will's got a pretty thick skin.
I am her therapy.
And so most of this crap that I say to him is like, it rolls, like rolling off a duck's back, they say. That's like Will. So Will gets the brunt of my orneriness.
Yeah, because Larry's not here anymore, so it's got to go somewhere.
It's got to go somewhere, and it absolutely transferred to you.
But what's fun is that Larry would have like maybe one or two
No,
one-liners.
you kick back.
Oh yeah.
Little buddy.
Oh, we'll dig into it. Let's go.
Mhm.
Yes, it's so much fun, and I love it so much.
Yeah. Chief Joe and Will, they like to gang up on me just to fluster me, and then they think it's funny. So there's that.
We're not the only ones that think it's funny.
Who else thinks it's funny?
It's pretty funny. Anyway,
You want to keep your job, right?
I love you, but it's kind of funny.
I'm pretty sure your husband thinks it's comical as well. Let's see, who else? Larry appreciates it.
That's, now that you say that, the next time Larry comes in here, he's gonna get a pelting. We're literally just gonna pelt the crap out of him.
Oh, perfect.
Haley and I.
Oh, that's fine.
Because Haley and I together against Larry is almost unfair. It's like at some point he can't defend himself. And you know what? No, that's not true. Because Larry acts like a wilted flower in front of people. Like, oh, I'm just so picked on. I can't hardly. So people actually feel sorry for him. People
That's
literally
true.
tell us how sorry they feel for Larry when Haley and I gang up on him. It ain't true. When nobody is around, I promise you, he can absolutely defend himself. And you want to talk about get some good looks in? He can. But he just acts like a wilted flower when people are around, so everyone feels sorry for him.
He knows how to work the system.
Yeah.
He does.
Well, he's been in the system for a long time.
Yeah.
He worked for, I guess he still works for it, JD. So he knows how to work that system.
Yeah, well, it doesn't, Haley and I really don't care. And, so we
That
just
is
pick
true.
on him more. We just pick on him more because when people are around, he acts like a wilted flower. But when they're not around, he is no wilted flower,
His true
people.
colors shine.
Mm-hmm.
And
He is
it's
no
lime green.
wilted flower. He can defend himself just fine. Anyway. Okay, so that's the end. Peace out, everyone.
No,
Glad
I
you
don't.
came.
I do not think so.
No?
No,
There's
we
so more
cannot.
to unpack.
10 minutes? What? 10 minutes and gotta go. I got work to do. Blah blah blah.
I am so sorry that workers' comp wants to be paid for their annual, and we had to buy all your Class B uniforms, and Beyond wants to get paid. Crazy. So
Pretty radical.
yeah, I had to get those checks in the mail.
Did you get them in the mail?
Yeah.
Oh, then we.
I got more stuff to do. You think that after I write those checks, my life ends?
Yeah.
No.
That's basically what it is, isn't it?
I gotta get my financials done.
Oh yeah,
Board meeting.
board meeting next weekend. Yeah.
You know, when you guys were all in your little classes, I got so much done yesterday. You guys were doing your little class.
2 hours?
Actually, it started when these girls had to go do their Petersons.
Oh yeah, Sager.
Sager.
Bergenfeld, between them.
Yeah, I got all my minutes done. My God. And then you guys all came in here to do the class. I was like,
I
okay.
didn't
So I
get
got all
here.
kinds of stuff.
I didn't get
Credit
here till.
card stuff done.
I didn't get here till like noon yesterday. You probably got lots done.
Cause you're lazy. You didn't
Yeah,
do
pretty much. Yeah.
He
I
was
was-
at
I
a
wasn't at a meeting or
meeting
anything.
where they were complaining about my thin paper.
Yeah, stupid.
Hey, these are taxpayer dollars, people. I am trying to be a good steward of those taxpayer dollars and not waste anything. What's the saying? Waste not, want not. That's right. So when we had possibly a little stack of super duper ultra thin paper, copy paper, that probably was the
I
cheapest
don't
paper
think-
in the world to ever buy.
Hang on.
I
don't think
decided that we needed to use it because you know what? Taxpayer dollars bought that paper, and so we are going to use it. And these people have done nothing but
I'll be
complain.
sitting up.
I
Have
don't
done
think.
nothing but
I
complain about
don't
it.
think we can call that paper.
It was white.
It was white and you could print on it. Great. Was it made out of rice?
I mean, I don't know.
I don't think it was made out of
I
wood.
think it was.
It's like the paper out of the Bible. It's like,
Yeah, it was probably that thin. Hey, we used it up. It was utilized, and I feel good knowing that that money did not go to waste, and that paper did not go to waste.
and whatever it was made out of didn't go away.
Whatever it was made out of didn't go to
Could have
waste.
just
people.
gone to the recycle to make
No.
so that they
we
could-
paid for that.
so that
we
they
are
could
going to use
stack
it.
two
How much did
pieces
you buy?
together and make real paper.
Listen, it was purchased during the memorial stuff when we were doing that. I think Lindsay went and got some paper, that paper, probably at like high school pharmacy or something, or did you get it? One of you, it was either you or
You're
her.
just gonna throw?
No, because
She had
Lindsay,
me pick up a bunch of stuff, and I'm trying to remember if maybe it was me. But it was the only paper that they had.
Is it only? The point is, taxpayer dollars paid for that.
It was Dollar General.
Oh yeah, it was, huh? That's where you went.
That was the only paper that they had.
It was Dollar
we go
General.
up the street to high
It was
school.
Dollar General paper.
No wonder.
So actually, it was me, and it was out of desperation, not frugality.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I don't care. We were using it. When I got it back here and I saw there was like that much of that paper, I was like, well, I'm putting it in the copier machine. And then they had a class, again, where he had to print off a test or quiz or something, and everyone in the class was complaining about the paper.
Oh, it started with drill where I printed out size up cards.
Oh yeah.
And that didn't go over well. And then the officer development program had their tests, and they weren't really happy about the paper that they
You
were
can
using.
see through it. You can see, if you print on both sides, you can see the back side. Literally.
Yeah, true statement. And then Chief had to print off some agendas for the Fire Defense Board meeting, and I had to print off some agendas and minutes and articles of incorporation
Makes
for
me so happy.
the
to do
CROTA
this.
meeting.
I feel
I just
complete.
didn't know I
Okay.
was the one that bought it.
I love that it came from Dollar General.
I have something funny to share.
Yes.
Yes,
Haley.
you
Oh,
can.
come on in. Hey,
Hi.
Mama!
I have something funny. I'll stand in the thing and share.
Oh,
and
we're
share
gonna.
with the class.
Okay.
Okay. I'm sitting in my office and I'm cold, so I turn on my heat lamp and I'm sitting there and it's like, feeling good, and it has that sort of hum. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, what is that sound? And I get up and I walk around because I hear like it sounds like air. Joe has an air
Yes!
conditioning
Air
hour.
conditioner going. Yes.
So it's like 2 different climates in the same hallway.
Yes.
I walk in, I'm like, oh, you have your AC going? He's like, yeah, it's hot. And I'm like, I just turned my heat lamp
It's
on.
1,000.
And he's like, what is wrong with you?
It's 1,000 degrees in our office.
Okay, here's the deal.
How
I
do
think
you
it's
have
the
cold?
women. I'm not trying to be sexist, but this is the women against the men.
Yes.
I am sweating.
These
It's
two,
so cold.
I'm cold in my sweatshirt
Chief
right now.
Joe and Will, are
Yeah.
in their offices sweating to death. I mean,
Yeah.
sweating to death, talking about how hot it is and everything. They put little AC units in their offices.
Yep.
True statement.
In my office, I will have a heater on because
Yep.
it's so freaking
It's
cold in
so
there.
cold.
As will Haley. She brings a sweatshirt, so does she. And this room gets cold too.
I feel like Kelby's on
Joe,
our side.
Well,
Chief,
I can understand at least.
Kelby Canoe.
This is a practical standpoint
Yes, I love practical.
because they
It better
have
be good. It better be good,
Practical.
they
Kelby.
have
Practicality.
big windows in their office. Like they have the window light coming in.
She has this. Don't look at me like that. You have as much window as she has.
Except Will's is a little bit darker. I know. Joe's.
Why are
I
you
went.
defending him? Because he taught you how to tie a knot?
No, I'm trying to look at it from an unbiased, all-around perspective.
when I told Chief,
But it does get cold in here. I will say that.
when I told Chief that my
Cold.
heater was on, he
Practicality.
said it's like the heat miser and Mr. Freeze are like duking it out in the hallway right now. It's
Yes. Yes.
I'll have to go turn my AC off.
No.
So we win.
But I went in Joe's
Get your
office
heat
one
lamp,
afternoon
Mary.
and it
Oh,
was
get it
hot.
out.
It was
see,
warm because it
and
gets really warm.
I don't know what it is about
I bet
mine
I would
and
love Joe's office.
I
I
think-
seriously.
That's what I said.
I don't know what it
I asked
is
him if he
about
wanted to
mine and Joe's
switch.
office, but it is 1,000 degrees in our
I know.
office.
I
It
think
is.
that
No, I know
the
what it
sun
is.
hits that first. So
Is it
you
all the
get
hot
that-
air that comes?
That, and I think that, you know, like, well, I can't say that on here.
No. Share with the class.
Okay, you know how women sync up?
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
These two together. It's the worst combination.
It is.
When Joe is on one,
Yeah.
like here's Joe's office and here's Will's office, and they feed off of each other. So if one does something, the other one follows suit
Yes.
right away, and then it's the Joe Will team against all of us.
It's true. They always agree with each other on everything. Mary
Yes.
Ann and I, we are independent thinkers. We don't have to always align.
We're independent
With the men,
thinkers.
they just have to agree on everything.
They need to be in
We
groups
don't,
for comfort.
though.
Yes.
Oh, is it comforting for you?
We
two?
only like to be in groups for comfort, like going to the bathroom.
That's weird.
You guys go party together?
You can't say that we have.
Anyways, that was
Okay.
my little interlude. I might come back later. I'm prepping for drill.
Thank you, Haley.
EMS drill tonight, 6 p.m.
Woohoo!
Yay!
Trauma.
I am traumatized.
Yes, exactly.
I'm the
People
guest
think it's gonna be
speaker.
trauma patients, but it's really the trauma of.
Yeah, that's a real thing. The heat in this building is, we argue over the heat in the heat and the coolness of this building.
I don't feel like it's
constantly.
evenly
Don't you
distributed.
dare.
But yeah.
Don't even look at it.
It is-
Sorry.
it is cool in here.
It
But yeah, I don't think
is.
it's evenly distributed throughout the
It's
building.
not.
So I think that's where
It's
the
1,000
issue-
degrees in my office.
I think that's where it stems from.
This room, sometimes I am in here, I am so cold.
I come in here just to be cold.
You do?
Yeah, because my office is 1,000,000 degrees.
Okay, I'll tell you
really
something.
good.
So I walk in here.
Babe?
Oh, it's comforting. Like when I like sitting in the ambulance and doing my homework.
That's right. We had that discussion that you scared Haley one day. Haley walks into the ambulance, it's dark, and she looks up and and there's Kelby.
Well,
with her computer. Yes.
Well,
I
it's
see
just
you there.
silent and silent, and just when it's dark, it's easier for me to concentrate. You just get less distracted.
But Haley's like not expecting it.
I left the door open though, so.
Kelby, that's so funny. It's so Kelby.
Yeah.
Hi.
Don't be alarmed, it's just me.
What else you got?
Speaking of which, I only have 5 classes left.
Yay!
And then you're a doctor?
No. I wish. No, step 1 of my academic career. Where
5
you
classes and then
pay
you're done.
money and you don't make money.
So 5 classes and then you're done with this online thing?
Undergraduate degree.
Undergraduate degree. 5 classes. So is that like 1 semester? Or is that like after this semester you have 5 classes?
I don't do it by semester, I just do it back to back. So as soon as
Okay.
one ends on the Sunday, I start doing it on a Monday.
Wow.
So I have had maybe like a 2-month break in the
Oh.
combined 2 years, 3 years that I've been in school.
Oh, wow.
Well, at least you lasted 3 years. I didn't last that.
It was supposed to be 5 years.
Very driven girl.
Yeah.
But is it because you did so much that you now?
Because I would double up on classes. One time, I think I tripled and I almost died. Yeah.
Because you want to get through it. I can still see it.
Oh yeah, well actually, I got,
Your bruise.
Yeah.
She has a bruise in her ear because she went to jiu-jitsu and got kicked in the ear.
well then last night I was rolling with this guy, this big dude named Brian, and I was like, hey Brian, my ear like is pretty bruised up, if you could just like be careful.
If you
And he's
could
like,
not-
oh,
if
and
you
I was
could
like,
not kick
Brian!
it.
I was like, ouch, dang it! And he's like, oh sorry, and I was like, either that was really rude or you have short-term memory loss. We'll go with the latter for my emotional purposes.
You get hit in the head enough. You get
I just don't want a big cauliflower ear.
Just-
I'm here to photograph your wedding. I'll fucking like take a
Oh,
few
yeah.
punches to the head.
She would. Never mind. That's not nice to say.
I'd probably
fine.
get
She would like,
surgery.
you know, the Goonies.
You're like, oh, that's not nice to say. But wait.
What's his name? The monster on Goonies.
Oh, yeah, I can't remember.
Did he eat Snickers? Did he like Snickers bars or something? Anyway,
Probably any type of candy.
I think that's how the Goonies made friends with him. They gave him a Snickers bar. Have you seen Goonies?
No.
No.
You've never seen the Truffle Shuffle?
The Truffle Shop. The Goonies is so
Oh,
good.
the Goonies is where it's at.
It is.
Okay.
That's classic. Good,
Yeah, it is.
good movie. Yeah.
It's got not Peter Brosnan, the guy that played.
I don't know, a lot of good actors.
Yeah, it's the guy that played Josh Brosnan. He
Oh, good. Yeah, I know exactly who
played
that
Thanos.
is. Huh?
He played Thanos.
Oh, yeah. That guy.
It's a. Well, I just don't from the Greek mythology.
You don't even know what you're talking about.
Thanos.
Who's Thanos?
Avengers movies.
Oh, that.
Again, I don't watch that kind of stuff. So he acts like I should just know it. I don't watch
You should.
Avengers,
You should.
people. I
You
watch.
should.
No.
Should always watch some of them.
No.
Yeah.
I watch documentaries
Documentaries.
and
You
sports
need-
documentaries.
You need to add a little bit of culture to your life and
And-
stop watching your documentaries and smut TV.
Yeah.
And
Or
last
Real
night,
Housewives.
because I was so disappointed that I missed the second round of the women's gymnastics for the Olympics. You know, to see what was going. So I went on Peacock last night and I watched it before I had to go out to the field and help Oli
With hay.
with hay.
Yeah.
Hey, all I had to do was drive. Oli was out there till 10 o'clock last night.
Why didn't you guys call?
I told you.
He won't call anybody. I asked him, I go, how come no one's helping you? And he goes, well, there's not really, everybody's working, there's no help to get. And so he picked up, we put all the oats up last night, and I just drove the truck, and he did it all himself. He put it on our big trailer, and then he had to stop so he could get on the trailer, so he could stack it all, and then he'd get off, and then he would pick up more, and then we'd tell him
If
to
he's
stop.
gonna do this stuff by himself, he needs to get a new tractor with a hay squeeze.
I agree. Oh, he just said that we're gonna, he says, Marianne, I just have to get through this hay season. He goes, we will figure out what we're gonna do after this. He goes, but right now, I have to get this stuff in. And then, after that, then he took that whole trailer and backed it into the barn and unloaded most of it by himself in the lawn. And then Alex came out and helped him finish it. And then Alex took the truck and drove it while Oli went out and picked up the rest of it.
Mm.
And he got in about 10 o'clock last night.
Yuck.
Anyway, but today he's going to look at a job, like that's why he was here for those maps, and then I think all we have is crap field. And I don't know if we're doing that tonight or tomorrow night.
I would just brush hog that thing.
He's already cut it and he's gonna bale it. And then Johnsons are gonna come get some out of the long field, and then there's just a little bit there that he wants to put up in the barn. Not the whole thing, I think he's waiting for the Conos to do the rest of it. But that's all the stuff he wants to do. And then his dad would hay that my front horse pasture where Kid and Liz are. And I have to admit, it made the front pasture look really nice. And then they would go out there and sometimes they would hay the backfield where the mares and foals are. It just makes everything look very manicured. But Oli said he's not gonna hay it, he's just gonna brush hog it. It'll still look so much nicer, cause it just makes everything look like a lawn, everything at that place looks like a lawn. That's what he did. That's what we did. And then I came up, and then I was gonna watch some, on Peacock, I wanted to watch, which I don't think that they covered, maybe I just didn't see it. I didn't see them cover any of the men's gymnastics. I like watching the men's gymnastics.
Have you been watching FIBA?
What'd you say?
The Federal International Basketball Association.
No, I've been watching gymnastics.
FIBA World Championships.
Okay. And no, I haven't been watching that, but anyway, Peacock had the men's too, but I can only watch about 15 minutes and I was like, I'm tired. And so I went to bed.
At 7:30?
9:30.
Wow.
Thank you.
Whoa!
God help Olaf, and I got back in. I was like, I still want to watch some more, because I didn't want to get ruined. I didn't know who made it, because I like to watch the Olympics.
I'm sure Simone Biles made it.
Oli hates watching the Olympics, but this is like my way to get to know the athletes, is to watch the finals, because then I know from the U.S. what female gymnasts made it to onto the Olympic team, so I get to see all that. And I don't want to just read this is who it is. No, I want to see them compete, and then I want to see them. And then the same thing, because I will watch the women's Olympics, and I'll watch the men's Olympics, so I want to watch that one. You know what else Peacock has? The equestrian finals.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I want to watch that too. That's like Grand Prix stuff, so I want to watch that too. And then I will know when I watch the actual Olympics, I remember that guy. Oh yeah, he was really good. I know her. And see, I like that. More attached.
So for the equestrian stuff, the Grand Prix stuff, they mix cars in with the horses?
No. They do cross country, you moron.
Oh, so they run next to the horse.
Okay, got it.
They do
That makes more sense.
They do cross country. They do Grand Prix jumping, which is it's like 3-day eventing, and then they do dressage. So they do 3-day eventing. They do 3-day eventing, which is Grand Prix, and
so the horse tows the car.
Anyway, it's really
jumps.
cool. These horses are super, super duper, quadruply, super athletic. And the people that ride them, I watched one time, I watched this one guy, how he prepares, because these are the high-end people and high-end equestrians. I mean, it's not just the horses being ultra athletic. These people, they have a huge workout routine. You know how you see like the super athletic people, they go in those ice baths and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
They have them in their homes. I mean, they like
Jockeys?
they're not jockeys. This is not horse racing.
Oh.
But it's their riders. But they go through. I mean, they're as fit as those horses are, and that's how they finish like a routine is they get in those ice baths. Whew. And it's like an everyday thing. And then when they're done with their stuff and they have a breakfast and everything, then they go to the barn and then they ride those horses.
What was it?
What is
really
it?
good in that.
Yeah, it's like, this is really good.
Was I watching the Kentucky Derby?
The old Kentucky Derby.
There was a jockey that was like 6'2".
There
Was
was
it supposed to be like 4'0".
Yeah, they're supposed to be super short.
I think if
But-
you could get the job done, I
Yeah.
think it'd be really hard for you. And
Yeah.
I think I remember them talking about, because those jockeys are so thin. I mean, they diet. They
Mhm.
diet to be that thin. Can you imagine being 6'2"?
6'2".
And having to be the weight
of a
those
jockey.
those little 5
Yeah,
footers.
that you're like
How much you put
6'2".
in each?
Well, I know that when I started jiu-jitsu, there was a gal who was a jockey, and she was tiny,
Yeah.
but she was strong
Mhm.
and fit, and I was like,
I think they work out.
yeah, they're so little too.
But they have
Yeah.
they hardly eat anything to
Yeah.
be that thin. And if you were 6'2" trying to compete with those 5 footers,
Your
because they don't.
bones would just weigh it.
Well, they don't want you to. They want you all the way about the same.
Mhm.
Otherwise, you're at a different disadvantage if you weigh more at 6'2". So that guy, I remember the commentators commenting on they felt bad for the guy because like how much has he been able to eat lately?
Mhm.
That sounds miserable.
Yeah, but they are so passionate about what they do, so they love it. So, but I'm not saying it's healthy. I don't think it's healthy. It's just it's what they have to do to be a jockey. You know, that's wanted to ride people's horses. I guess. You want to be 6'2", you're gonna pay the price if you want to be a jockey.
Don't need it. I would die.
Be eating like a little piece, like here you have a full piece of bread, but seriously, it'd be like the jockey would just take a little pinch, and then maybe there'd be like maybe you're having pot roast that night, and so you could
You
your
just get a
pot
little
roast,
spoonful of broth.
you just take a little fork and you just take a little tiny shred.
It'd be like, have you guys seen those? It's like a YouTube cooking thing where they're making miniature foods, like a little miniature
Of
burger,
course you would.
like a big in a dollhouse,
Yeah, I think I've seen.
where they cook like they take like this little drop of hamburger meat and throw it on a little tiny frying pan and fry it up.
Is that not something a guy would watch? I mean, it's for real.
It sounds kind of therapeutic, in a way. Yeah.
You need to stop agreeing with everything he says.
I'm not agreeing with everything he
Kelby
says.
Canoe.
She's just seeing it from a practical standpoint.
Okay, from a practical standpoint.
Oh yes, miniature food cooking shows are very practical.
Well,
You know
well,
what's also
oh my
very
gosh.
therapeutic?
I agree with her for therapeutic, but practical? Get
No,
out
That's a
of
little
She-
stretch.
She is agreeing with me from a practical standpoint. I didn't say
You
this
taught
was
her how to
practical
tie
at all.
some knots.
You're right. I did. That's my job.
You know what else is very therapeutic? The baby sensory videos, but they're the freaks dancing. It's so much fun.
No, Hey Bear is not a
It's
therapeutic.
pathetic that you know what she's talking
I
about.
have a
He
2-year-old.
has children.
I've had to be
He's an
subjected.
involved father.
I've had to be subjected to these sensory videos since she was a baby.
Do they really like it?
Oh yeah, it's like crack.
Oh, no.
They'll
I don't
just
need
sit there and
that
go
Wow. Just watching the
dancing fruit.
little fruits
Yeah.
dance around.
Like it'll be stars falling from the top of the screen with some kind of lullaby music going on, and they'll just be like,
And you
That's
watch
like
it
Haley
too?
I have, yeah.
Well, yeah, if you need a babysitter.
The only way I know about that is from like.
oh no, she hates them now.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, she
She
absolutely.
is over it.
She has to watch her horse, baby horse,
Baby horse?
babies. She thinks like little humans are babies to her,
Mm-hmm.
and they're riding horses.
So like race horses?
No.
What are you talking
Like little kids,
about? Is this like a
4 or 5-year-olds.
Mhm.
She calls them babies, so
Mhm.
she needs to watch her baby ride the horse. So
In
these,
the video?
yeah, it's a YouTube video of kids going out and feeding a horse, and
Oh
then
my
they gotta
gosh.
brush it,
You have
and
a
then
problem.
they've gotta saddle it.
You have a problem.
It's gonna be your problem.
It's gonna be your problem.
It's gonna be your problem.
She is
Just like-
if she's already a freak about horses, you have a problem.
I'm pretty sure that you made it my problem when she
She's
had to go
gonna
watch her
bat-
sister.
She's gonna bat her little eyes at you. Oh boy, and you're a sucker. So she's gonna bat those eyes at you, and you're
And
like,
then I'll say,
and you're gonna be like, Tiffany, I'm gonna stay late to work tonight. I gotta make some more money for my beautiful daughter who
No,
batted
it's
her
gonna
eyes
be, hey
at me.
Aunt,
Daddy,
hey
Daddy, horsey.
Auntie Marianne, your little niece needs some horse stuff, so she's gonna come over and hang out with you for a bit. Okay? Thanks.
Okay,
Oh,
I'll be over in
okay,
10.
bye.
No, don't even call. He'll just be, oh, she wants to see the horses.
Marianne!
I'll be back in an hour.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Have
And I
fun
can't
with
say
that.
that to her because she's so freaking cute.
Oh yeah, she'll
Okay,
come
I'm
up
not,
and
I'm not a baby
she'll
person.
come up and hug you, and you'll be like, oh,
Oh
oh,
my God.
oh.
It happens. It happens.
Mary,
I've never
what
been
is
this way
happening?
with a baby ever.
What is this low battery?
Oh no.
You're fine. Just keep doing your thing.
Will can't. You know, I think Will's the most techie person here, and he can't figure out that
Apple
thing.
product?
Apple product.
He's not an Apple product person.
Yeah, he has an Android.
True.
What's your computer now?
An HP.
An HP. He got himself an HP.
Okay, those are the best computers.
How do you know?
I have one. My
They're way
laptop's an
better.
HP.
They're way better than your singing computer.
I love
My
Apple.
computer sings?
Because it's Adele.
That's really funny, actually.
Stop laughing and doing everything he
good.
does. What is
It
wrong
was
with
good.
you?
It was good. It was unexpected. I practiced my rope skills, Will.
Wink, wink. I think everything Will says is right. Yes. Oh, too hot in this building. Look at this now, Will. Oh my gosh.
Why do you feel so sensitive towards me agreeing with something that he said?
Because
or laughing
Will
at
is
a funny
wrong.
joke?
Will is wrong.
I agree with you too.
When he is not around.
Coffee coming out of your nose is gonna hurt really bad.
Oh, Will.
See, what was funny
My
is
boss.
what was funny is it wasn't, oh well, no, it was a blatant and just direct laugh to that
Oh, Will, you're so funny.
I don't like Dell computers or HP. I like Apple. I don't like either of your computers.
So you don't like us?
Is that, do you associate with your computer? Is your identity wrapped up in the computer which you use?
No.
I feel like we have serious issues right
joke. I'm pretty sure you cannot fight with a psychology major.
I can try.
I got in trouble so much as a kid for arguing with my parents, but I wouldn't do it in like, it wasn't like a super disrespectful way. It was like, here's your rules and here's why you're wrong. Let's explore this.
Let's talk.
Yeah. They were just like, oh. But then sometimes I would get in trouble.
You
And I
should
took
teach Ireland how to
I
do
took
that.
a vow of silence for 15 minutes. That's how long it lasted.
I think you should teach your kind arguing skills
Try that.
with Ireland.
Yeah, try it.
This is the part where he's not warm and fuzzy.
Try it. It'll be fun for a second. It'll be fun for you for a second.
No, it won't, because this is what will happen. Ireland will call me on the phone crying that you were mean to her, and then
Probably.
I will be like, I'll be right there, honey. And it'll be a problem.
Yeah, with dad and daughters, it's very hard for a dad to stand their ground in a mean way for very long.
Yeah, for very long.
For
Yeah.
very long.
You-
They can do it, and then it usually ends
How
up
can you
with.
can't handle those eyeballs? Those
I've had
big
practice.
brown batty eyeballs.
I've had practice.
Aubrey's got them too. I mean,
Yeah,
Aubrey's
that-
got
there's
those
my practice.
big, sweet eyeballs.
Mm-hmm.
She bats her little eyes at you. How can you say no to her?
It's really hard, but you can do
Whew.
it.
You just don't
Just
look.
little cuties.
You don't look at the eyelashes.
They're little cuties.
See, and
That'd be hard.
Ireland,
If Aubrey cried to me, I mean, well, she did. The one time she rode the horse and she cried, and I felt bad. I'm serious. I felt bad for weeks. I felt bad for weeks.
see, and Ireland has little blue eyes.
She's such a pretty little girl. Goodness.
Mm-hmm.
And she's got so much charisma.
Oh yeah,
Whew.
call it that. She's turning too.
Oh man.
Now she's yelling at you.
Yeah, but I think it's funny when
Stop!
She's funny when she's crabby, because like when you guys came to the funeral and I looked at her and she was in Tiffany's arms. I don't know if she just woke up or what her deal was, but I looked at her and she looked at me like, and I had to laugh at it because she was so crabby. But then you just give her a little laugh.
And then
she's cute.
and then she's in Tiffany's arms, and she looks over at Marianne, and she goes, down. And then
Oh
Tiffany
my
drops her,
gosh.
and she just
She
drops
walks
her
over like this to me.
Aww.
How could I resist her?
and gave you like a 5-minute hug.
She did. She hugged me.
Oh yeah, she She gives some good squeezes now.
She does. She gives a good hug, that kid. She's adorable.
And a little pat on the back as she's hugging you.
She did.
That's
She's
so cute.
That's a cute kid. I mean, she's like buttering me up, and she's what, just turned 2?
Yeah.
Not even.
It's a problem.
She's not there yet.
It's
Good luck.
August 22nd, she'll be 2.
August 22nd. She's not even 2, and she's buttering me up. I can't resist it.
She's got Marianne wrapped around her
I
finger
can't
already.
help it. I can't help it. She's
Yeah.
so
I can't wait till
adorable.
she's 5. Auntie Marianne, I need a horse.
You know what's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen. And
Yep.
We're gonna be in the lead line class. And we're gonna have matching outfits, and she's gonna be in the lead line class. And she's gonna, here's the thing, because we'll be in the lead line class, this is a real class, with all the other little cutie kids, but they ain't got the cuteness that kid's got. And what happens is the judges come up and they'll ask the kid a question. She'll have them wrapped around her finger too. She'll give him the smile, and she'll answer, they'll ask her something like, how do you back your horse? And they have to show them. And so they'll show them and tell them how they back and stuff. But she's gonna be a little flirt. So she'll have them wrapped around her finger.
Yep, I'm
We're
screwed.
planning our outfits now.
Well, she wears she's already in a size, I guess it's different for kids, but it's a size 7 shoe.
You see me have a little kid
I
running
don't know
around already?
kid sizes.
Seriously, usually when a
like-
little kid comes in, I'll shut the door. Like,
There's
to
that.
keep them out.
No, you have snacks for her in your office.
For her, it's different. She's the only one that I have actually, like, I really like the little
And now,
turd.
so all of her sign language stuff, she's
Mhm.
putting words with it now. So like,
When's the last time I saw her? Was it the memorial? Was that almost
No.
2 weeks ago?
no, she was here. She was in here last week.
She's probably when Tiffany was cleaning. I wasn't here.
No, she was here last week.
That's
Cause you said I haven't seen her in so
That's
long.
true.
So
hadn't
I
seen her.
called Tiffany to
She
have
brought
her bring her down.
I had to have my little
And
eyelid
then-
fixed. It's true.
And now.
I miss the little stinker.
Oh, so she's like, this is help. So now she's help piece.
That's
She's
so
got
cute.
I know. It's
she's got a
ridiculous.
bag of the bigger Lego blocks that she can't unzip by herself. Daddy, Dad, help piece.
It's so cute.
So
I
I
know,
gotta
she's
unzip it.
adorable. Oh.
So I have to unzip it for her. I go, okay, there you go, and then I go back to
Does she go tame too?
sometimes. Most of the time, she just dumps them out and says, "Dad, Dad," and I have to sit on the floor and play blocks with her.
Aw, at least she knows what she wants.
Hmm.
Don't spend time with her. Oh, also she blows kisses when she leaves, so there's that.
Now she says, "Okay, bye. See you soon."
Get that. Oh
Aw.
my gosh, I can't resist it. She is freaking adorable. I can't talk about her anymore. I'm gonna have to call
You're
Tiffany.
gonna have to call Tiffany. Have her bring her
Can you
down.
bring the kid down?
Okay, see you soon.
She's so stinking cute.
And now she's a little freaking water baby. Like
Well, it's summertime.
Tiffany's got like a little floaty for her. They went down to Big Eddie yesterday, and apparently she just lays on the floaty like this.
Yay.
And then somebody will come around and like make waves and splash or whatever. She'll go, "Stop!"
She is relaxing. She's my next princess. For real.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what else you got?
I don't got anything. You're the one's like, we're gonna fight. We're gonna fight.
We have been fighting. Where have you been? We're already fighting today.
It's cold. You know what it is right now? It's cold in here.
Oh,
Seriously. Look at all this. We're like, it's cold.
Like I'm sweating and you guys are freezing to
Yes.
death. It's
Yeah.
70 degrees in here.
Okay, you want to know?
70.
You want to know a little secret?
Yeah, but also there's a wind.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you guys something. Okay, last night when I went home, made myself dinner, sat down, started watching my
Are
Olympics.
you building a seatbelt for yourself? What is happening?
Foley was outside
very
baling hay. I got a little chilly. It's like 100 degrees outside. My house is a little chilly. So So I got my blanket and I turned it on.
Your electric blanket.
I love a good electric
Me
blanket.
too.
Actually, I
Feels
feel
so
like
good.
that's a year round.
I'm telling you, it is a year round.
It is.
How is it a year round when it's
It
100
is.
degrees?
Oh,
Because
yeah,
it's
yeah.
not 100
Walk
degrees everywhere.
outside.
And I would like to make note that I'm not siding with Will. I'm siding with Marianne, okay?
Walk outside, it's warm.
Ah,
Walk
didn't
inside
want
Yeah, but
too,
no,
but
yeah, and there's
because
bugs.
yeah,
that
it was
there's the
relaxing.
TV's inside, so you have to
Watching the Olympic trials.
so you have to accommodate.
Yeah, I had din. I was feeling nice. I put my blanket on. I was like, oh, you know, it'd be
Did
better than
Olaf
this.
walk? Did Olaf walk in the house
Turned
to
it on.
you under your blanket?
He texted me and said, would you want to drive for me tonight? And I said, I guess. I said, can I wear my shorts? And he never responded to the shorts comment, so I put on my jeans after he said he was ready for me to go out and help him and my girlfriend.
I
Say
thought
what-
of you yesterday because my mom made this pasta. It was like a rice pasta
Really?
with grilled with like this onions and
Oh.
like red peppers.
Oh yeah.
And she put like a what is it called? Pepperoni cheese.
Pecorino.
Pepperoni cheese, and then she did
Oh yeah. I eat
like
that.
this like smoked paprika chicken.
Oh,
in it.
smoked paprika. Yes.
So anyways, I thought of you because I thought you would really like
I
that.
would have liked that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very much.
Mhm.
Very much. You know what I put away and I haven't brought out again, but Haley was talking to me about what she made for dinner last night. She used her air fryer. I need to pull my air fryer back on.
Oh.
And I put it away a long time ago. It's actually in the office. I need to just pull it back out, put it back out in my kitchen so I can start using it more. I just had a big fat salad. I made Oli on Monday night. I grilled like a whole thing, like a package of chicken tenders, just the raw chicken tenders.
Oh, yeah.
I just grilled them up with some taco seasoning, and then so that Oli will. You have to prepare stuff for Olaf. And so after I got done grilling it all, I just put it on the chopping board and I just chopped all of it up. I mean, I chopped it all up and just put it
How'd
in a
that go?
big glass container, you know, like to put in the fridge. Yeah, last night he came in at 10 o'clock and ate some of that.
I've been craving a kale like Parmesan Caesar salad.
I forgot to bring your kale.
Marianne.
It's so overgrown right now. I've got to cut that stuff off.
I thought you were just using it for shade for your lettuce because that's all it's good for.
Well, hey,
Offensive.
it did
That's
shade.
offensive.
It did shade my lettuce, and my lettuce looks great because that kale is so ginormous. It's almost like a weed. I mean,
like a
that's
kale Caesar salad.
Oh
Ew.
gosh, that sounds delightful for you.
Ooh, do we know? Does everybody know how Caesar dressing is made?
Yeah, I was talking. I don't
And you
mind.
know, it was made in Mexico. They were just saying that on the news because it was like it's something anniversary, and the original chef in Mexico that created the Caesar salad at his restaurant they're still making the same Caesar
That's so
salad.
interesting because when I went to Mexico, that's what I had. Like I spent the afternoon in Tijuana,
Yeah,
and that's what I had. Is
a Caesar salad.
Yeah,
It-
and
I
they
did
brought it
not-
on like a little cart, and they made it right in front of you.
They
Yeah.
make the dressing and everything in the bowl, and then
So
they put
cool.
the romaine in the bowl and mix everything up.
Yeah,
Yeah, I never realized it originated in Mexico.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, but it was a chef and it was a Mexican
That's so
chef.
cool.
Yeah,
I
that
just
created
made
it.
my stomach like it.
Yeah, it's good. Caesar salad's like awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I like Caesar salad. Anyway, I want to try some of my real lettuce. I think I can harvest it now. It's I think it's red leaf.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of red. Anyway, I want to eat that. But like I was telling Haley, I still have 3. I bought a big 6-pack of romaine
Oh
Mm.
last time I went, so I want to use it up before I go pick my fresh stuff in there. I don't want to waste any of it.
Yeah, sounds smart.
We've got sardines here. We can just make our own Caesar dressing.
No,
I would do that
you would do that, yes.
if I had gloves.
Yeah.
If I had to wear gloves, I just don't like the texture
Yeah.
of it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just tell you something else that happened last night. After I helped Oli with the hay, I needed to water all my plants. So I'm watering all my plants. Oli took one of my tomato plants because Marianne maybe puts fertilizer in the watering thing underneath in the false bottom of these tomato plants, so it just draws how much water it needs out from the roots. Just drop anyway. There's false bottom. It's like you put that much water in the bottom, and it just self waters itself when it needs it. Even through this heat, though, all my tomato plants wilted really bad because the heat was just so great. And I don't have any shade where they are. So because it was so hot, and I put this liquid fertilizer in the water, it kind of might have smelled sewery on the back porch. So what did Oli do a couple days ago? He took that plant, he took the one tomato plant, and he hiked it all the way up, like in this, up this little hill in our backyard, and sets it under these trees. He didn't want it anywhere near the house. So last night, I hiked up there and got it, and I might have splashed some of that stinking water on me when I was walking it down. Seriously, all that. I mean, it smelled like a sewer, and I'm like, it just splished a little bit, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah.
I got it on my pants, I got it on my shirt, so I had to go in the house and
Yeah, I
put
kept-
all my clothes on.
Yeah, that dead mouse, I kept waking up in the middle of the night.
Cause you could smell it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You threw up?
No, oh, no, I was
Why?
like,
Whoa. Dead mouse? Who's got a dead mouse?
She's got dead one.
I think I have a dead mouse in my room, and the smell is atrocious. Yeah.
I'm wondering if it's not in your wall, like we
I
talked about.
hope-
Only because if you
hope
couldn't
not.
find, if your mom couldn't find it, then where is it?
Especially after you clean your room. That's like,
I was gonna say, do you have a furnace duct in your room?
Yeah.
It's probably in the duct.
Oh. That would make sense. It's so bad, like you just walk in my room,
I'd be sleeping on the couch
Yeah,
for
it's
2
in,
days.
it might be in the duct.
Ugh,
oh, it's so
nasty,
nasty.
nasty, yeah.
I hate mice.
we had a rat
Especially
in
dead,
my house.
rotting ones that you can't find.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you wake up in the middle of the night, like,
Ugh. Blech.
yeah.
Mhm.
No, not good. Let's see.
What else?
Somebody tried to set Christmas Valley on fire yesterday.
Oh, is that where the conflict was going?
No, they're going up to Doover,
Oh.
up near Doover, to Friend, Oregon.
I don't
You ever been
know. Friend,
No,
I've
that's
been
cool.
Doofer,
I
only
like
because when I go up, what is it, I-84?
Mhm.
I-84? You always see the signs for Doofer?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yep, just outside the Dalles, hang right,
yeah.
head to Doofer. Yeah, so, near
They
Doofer.
think, do you really think someone tried to set it on fire, or do you think it was a natural occurring fire?
From the pictures that I got, did not look natural.
Oh.
It looked like somebody tried to set a shanty on fire,
Oh, wow.
and then, because my parents were watching it from their little patio that my mom built.
That's not a funny person that does that stuff. Had a big lunge whip. And then just knock the crap out of him. What were you think? I'm not a violent person, people. But when people do stuff like that and they destroy other people's property and cause all this damage, I just want to.
Well, let's
Put them in a psych ward and I'll have a conversation. I just want to explore their mind.
Let's
okay?
just-
It's probably. Sorry,
has anybody else been to Christmas Valley here?
I have never been to Christmas
I feel
Valley.
like I've
Oli
been to
has.
Christmas Valley.
I never have been.
So,
Not
a
so good.
lot of the
Okay.
buildings are not up to code.
Are they old? Like
No.
maybe they didn't have the code?
No.
How could they get it?
Because the buildings are so small that they don't meet the square foot requirement
Wow.
for an actual building. It's like Larry's
Like
Tough
a
Sheds.
shed.
So people take their tough sheds and they build a little shantyville
Mm.
because they don't meet the square foot requirements that is needed for a building permit. And so they do everything themselves and they probably don't have the electrical know-how. So I could see a lot of fires happening there because people are just doing stuff the redneck way. Cause it works.
Also, on the same topic of starting fires, I have something that I don't know how to dispose of it, but one of the radio chargers.
Oh yeah.
When I was cleaning
This
it
is
up
bad.
and I like plugged it in.
Maybe I'll put this on the cat podcast. Maybe I'll put this part on the podcast.
No, it's fine. It's
Okay.
just not good. It starts
It's not good.
smoking, and
Stop
I.
smoking.
Oh, see, the problem is you let the blue smoke out. If you let the blue smoke out, the thing doesn't work anymore.
I don't want
You
to
gotta
come to
keep
you
that.
and be like, "Excuse
The
me,
blue
boss,
smoke?
I burned
Yeah,
down the
you gotta
station."
keep the blue smoke in.
I don't even. What are you on? I mean, seriously.
I ain't
What
gonna-
you're saying makes 0 sense.
I'll
You
let
little
you do
weirdo.
that. Because if there's.
You are not
fucking-
serious. You are pulling her leg. He's totally pulling your leg right now with the blue smoke.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You gotta keep the blue smoke in, otherwise it won't work.
Mm,
Yeah, I think that
As
was.
soon as you let the blue smoke out, it stops working.
mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, and then things combust.
Yeah, that
And
does.
that would be.
So he's trying to
So
tell you
did we-
it's your fault?
I was gonna say, did we throw that charger away
I just didn't know how you wanted me to dispose of it.
in the garbage?
Just in the garbage. Okay, can do.
in the round file. Put that, get with the person that did all of the radio inventory, figure out what serial number that was,
Okay.
and take it out of our system.
Excellent. Okay.
The whole radio or just the charger?
Just the charger.
Yeah.
Why not?
I didn't get the chargers.
They're in the radio room. Why don't you get them? I need an inventory of all the stuffs and things, not just of
I got an inventory of the new ones that you handed out to Kendall's.
Yes,
And
And
whatever other ones.
the Motorola's that people had,
Yes.
and I also needed the ones in the radio room.
Okay. I will do that when I get my computer back. Justin's always saying.
Is it at a concert? Is it at a concert?
And that's where I would wanna whip the people with.
Here, it hurts pretty. Yeah.
Seriously, I think this could do
Go
some
ahead.
damage.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
Don't burn stuff down that's not your own.
You have a clear shot. You have all of this rope. Do it.
I'm not gonna
This
hit
is so
I'm
fascinating.
not gonna throw stuff at me all the time, but you're not gonna hit me with a rope.
Actually, what I'm studying
He's
right now is
Ireland's
aggression. I'm studying aggression right now. Yeah. And I have, yeah.
Okay,
Different types of aggression.
okay.
So what portion of the brain does that come from?
Aggression?
Yeah.
Hey, your
Oh.
iPad's dying, by the way.
The what?
I don't
Yeah, it
know,
is.
actually.
Why does this not work?
Well,
It's probably
It's
a
an ancient.
crappy power strip.
Will's,
That thing's been there since the 60s.
Apple computer thingy that he's,
Freaking stupid Apple products.
that he is recording this on sucks, so peace out, everyone.
You're not wrong. It does suck.
Well,
Anyway,
how long have we
we're back
been
to
recording?
aggression.
Yeah, how long have I been recording?
Is that
How long
an
does
hour?
that
An
have
hour.
to be? Like
Hour and a
5
half.
hours?
Holy
What are you
Toledo.
trying to make up for?
We gotta make up for lost time.
No one's gonna
Our
Do you
fans-
like edit this?
No
A little
one's
bit,
gonna
yeah.
watch this
Not
long.
much. I do like a little.
Except
He
Aunt
puts-
I
Julie.
take a clip
And
out,
that's-
copy it, and then put it in the front, and then I do a title screen, and then
Wait a minute, wait a
everybody gets this.
I got a good thing we didn't put in here.
We need an
This-
intro.
This section of the video is sponsored by Aunt Julie Ramsey. And
Oh,
Aunt Julie, Will and Kaylee would like to inform you of what they're craving. Okay, kids. Oh, what did you say?
You gotta
Cream-
speak up so she.
Kaylee said cream puffs.
Wait, she
Cream
makes
puffs.
cream puffs?
Oh yeah, they're the bestest.
Cream puffs.
Yeah, but you-
Especially,
and did you want the
Go
peanut
big
butter
puffs.
ones?
especially the chocolate peanut butter
Both,
ones.
because Kelby hasn't had either of
I
them.
want
Oh,
the,
man.
do they have vanilla?
You want the what? What kind would you like, dear?
Just a regular cream
Look at
puff.
her freak out
love
over a
vanilla.
cream puff.
I like vanilla. I love cream puffs.
Oh, I can tell. Gosh, that's the most excited I've seen you
Wait,
get in a while.
so she needs to make vanilla cream puffs, the normal chocolate and banana cream puffs, and
Not
then
all in the
chocolate
same-
Oh
peanut
man, the
butter.
chocolate.
Honestly,
peanut-
love
not
a
all on
good
the same day,
the
Aunt
chocolate
Julie.
peanut butter one. Ooh,
Oh, it's good.
that'll
It's
blow
really
the vanilla
rich,
one
but
out of
it's
the
good.
water.
So cream puffs
Every
it is
time.
for the next time. Okay, and again, that section of the video sponsored by Aunt Julie Ramsey. Thank you. Okay.
But you gotta make them on like a Monday, so then we have them.
Oh my gosh, she wants them on a Monday, so she
We
has
need
the
them on like
entire
a Monday,
week.
and then we want
Here's the
all of
issue with the
them.
Monday, though.
Oh.
You
Then
gotta
don't
realize
finally
that
get-
one of you is not working on a Monday.
I will come in and grab a cream
They
puff and I will eat.
so
So Aunt Julie, Tuesday. Tuesdays are preferred.
yep, because one of you is not working on a Monday, and they will be gone by Monday evening.
So Tuesday. And
But
Tuesday,
they have to be
Tuesday.
gone before drill, so nobody joins them, because I will.
This, so they want them here so they
No,
can
we'll
eat
just
them
hide them.
before drill.
Let's get.
Where are
let's
you
get-
gonna hide them?
Oh, I'm wise.
I
How
will
about?
bring in a mini
How about?
fridge.
My
I
house.
no. How about like an empty like green
Hold
bean
on.
bag
Sure,
from
but do you
Costco?
realize the volunteers watch this and you're telling them where you're gonna hide it?
Well, by then they'll be gone.
They're like, what cream puffs? We don't.
Kaylee and I are gonna buy a mini fridge.
You'd be like,
I have a
We're gonna
mini fridge.
We're gonna put
I
a lock
have one
on
I
it,
can bring.
Aunt Julie never brought those.
and it's gonna say like something like medications on it.
Poisonous medication.
Steve walks in. This is far enough in the podcast. People aren't probably watching
Yeah.
it this far, so it really doesn't matter.
They've turned it off by now.
No.
And
Unless
Julie's now in the kitchen.
I feel like
I'm making cream puffs for the kids.
You know what? I feel like we could do two versions of one podcast.
Okay.
We could do the shortened version,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like I don't mind doing this, but just going in and editing like
Ooh,
little
it's all yours.
clips.
You
And then-
you just edit your heart away. I've
Oh.
got a bunch of podcasts on that iPad
That's
that
how
you
video
can just
heights
play
we
all
put
you
it
want.
on IG because when they
Not
put new
IG.
heights on IG, I'm just saying,
Well, we can do
they
it.
just do clips.
Yep, we can do IG, TikTok,
Tickety tack, all the tags, you're gonna get
the
your
Facebook.
information.
Facebook's got stuff now.
Yeah,
Threads.
it's just,
Fred.
yeah.
You put it all
I've
over
seen a lot of
Instagram
fire
has reels.
departments though have some pretty cool stuff, like pretty popular social media
Mhm.
stuff.
Sorry.
Fire Department Chronicles.
Yeah, it's the stuff you send me all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You send me that stuff.
Jason, sponsor.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
He wants
Blueberry
you to
bourbon.
sponsor because he just likes to suck down coffee constantly.
True Steve.
Wait,
You have
I
to-
think we have enough points that we can get we can get your tumbler.
What?
Yes, I think we have enough points saved up.
Sold.
Legit. We have to go run
Oh.
fire department copy. It's not like you don't know how to get into my account.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have a bazillion points, but I think I think it was like 1,000 points we had to have to get the tumbler. I bet we have the 1,000 points now. I've been waiting. I've been saving those points for you, Mr.
BT Dubs.
Argumentative.
Well, yeah, I'm good at that. BT Dubs. I wonder if Joe has them still. We got fancy stickers from Lacrota to put on your tumblers and stuff.
Where are they?
I gave them to Joe last night. I don't know where they went from there.
Well, they could go in my sticker collection too.
Oh yeah, yeah. Did you get?
Yes,
Did you
it's
get
on
your
my
new one?
It's on my windowsill with all of the other ones. It's my fire department coffee stickers.
That was a good one. I like that
What a
one.
good one.
Yeah, they did a good job.
And I would like a Lacrota one now.
Okay. Well, you got to talk to Joe. He has them. Anger and aggression
Hoarding them all.
comes from the medulla oblongata.
Is she looking it up?
I'm looking at it. I was looking at my textbook and then seeing if it.
Do you
talked
think
about
we're really? I mean, we're
You
arguing.
know where I learned that from?
What?
Waterboy.
Oh,
it.
Yep.
That sounded familiar.
Here's the thing. We argue with each other.
Jealousy, anger, and aggression come from the medulla oblongata. But Mama said the medulla oblongata. Oh, there's Steve-O.
You're on camera if you come over here.
Oh, snap. Back to the podcast again.
Yeah. I like that hat. I like that color.
Yeah, that is cool. The old stick figure.
Yeah. Don't you get
That's stuff.
Don't you get a discount on it?
Did years ago.
There, I nearly picked it up.
That's okay. Years ago. Not anymore.
Went away really quickly.
Anyways, we argue, Kelby Canoe, because we like each other. But,
And you have a rather
It's
large.
it's how you relate to each other.
kinda, yeah.
It's a,
I mean, we're honoring to each
it's
other,
a form of communication.
but we love each other.
Right.
Honoring is jealousy and aggression come from the medulla oblongata.
We heard you. Okay.
I'm sure Steve has seen
Wait,
that movie.
I didn't get that.
Can you say it
Sounds
one
like
more
a
time?
cartoon to me. I don't know.
Well,
Water-
then you would
Waterboy?
be almost
Oh,
spot on,
yeah,
because he'll
yeah.
watch any cartoon that's on in movie form.
Not any cartoon. But
Just about. What's that other thing you see? Did you watch the Avengers movies?
Negatory.
You know,
I think him and I are a lot alike.
you know what movie will
My last name is Bird.
Planes, Fire, and Rescue?
I actually don't.
Oh, really?
You don't watch that? I'm sorry. Don't glare at me, Kaylee girl.
Not a fan. Not a fan. It's not realistic enough for me. Fire movies.
He's kind of particular about real stuff, but cartoons, all day
Well,
long.
Planes, Fire and Rescue
Avengers?
is a cartoon.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
Not a fan.
that's the only one you don't like in the whole entire
I'm not the
world.
only one, but I'm not a huge fan of it.
Okay. Is that like for kids?
Yeah, it's a Disney movie.
Planes?
Fire and Rescue. Yeah.
Oh.
What
This
are
is
dad's
a
favorites?
discussion topic that I have to
Oh,
answer.
sweet. Let's go.
It's offer an example of two groups that you belong to. Describe a situation where you experience
Is this a group? Does this count as a group?
yeah, social loafing.
What is that?
Social loafing?
Yeah, help me
Yeah.
out.
Help us out, roll.
What's it? What's social
We don't know
loafing?
your lingo.
Loafing? Like what do you think
Being
of loafing?
lazy?
Being lazy,
Okay,
right?
Okay.
social
So like if I was in a group and I was being social loafing, like if I was loafing, right? Then I would be the person that probably would be going off of like someone else's initiation for either discussion or
Like, you know,
like
like
it was a
your
group
group
project, right?
That's usually, we try to get Marianne out of her social loafing by.
Oh, BS.
Rather
I
than-
have my own opinions about everything, and I am not shy about giving them to anyone.
But when you're social loafing, Joe and I have to pick at you so that you come out of your office and actually talk to us.
Because I'm working.
No,
Work.
social
will
loafing,
try
pretty
it.
sure.
Yes, no. that's
Or I don't know how to pronounce this. Deniventation, which is a process where people lose their sense of social individual identity and resort to unsocialized and antisocial behavior.
Oh,
Well, I
that's
am
me.
antisocial.
Ooh,
Yes.
bingo,
Well,
nailed it.
yeah, we got a whole group over here.
Hermits.
And we're proud. Hermits and proud.
What
people.
might have been some ways that you could have
Those
prevented this
super
from
names.
occurring? So just
What
like
if I didn't want to prevent it from occurring?
Well, why wouldn't you?
Because
like,
people.
because
Or
people.
dumb.
I think for me it's because I'm more sensitive and people hurt my feelings. Well, you don't. And
I
people,
try really hard.
People actually hurt my feelings a lot, and so I think over the years I have become more hermity because I'm protecting myself from people. So if I'm being honest, that's true.
Especially like it's negative experiences can,
Yeah, so I
kind of
just
shift
assume-
you into that.
I just assume to be alone now, and I am very comfortable being alone. Yes.
I was very disappointed that I did not get my alone time during the.
See, that's you and I relate on that for sure. We get it.
I do like being alone.
As
But I
does
think
Haley.
but I think there's different group dynamics that can help people either like shut down or go into like their hermit mode.
Mm.
Or if you're like a mandatory in that, if it's a mandatory like whether for your work or school or whatever, if you have to be in that group setting, or you can be people that can help pull that out of like, or make that person feel comfortable or create a connection.
Yeah,
Right?
because we're really tight. I mean, we're like brother and sister, and so.
No, we are.
Yes, we are. And
There's no like about it.
and
There's no
so-
like, we are.
Yeah, so like when we're here, and there's times I'm yelling at Will to come out
Right.
of his little shell back there, so he'll come and visit with. So I do like visiting with like, with you guys.
Right.
I'm very comfortable with you.
Right.
And there's certain people that I enjoy visiting with. I enjoy visiting with you, but you don't hurt my feelings. You're not that kind of a person. So there's certain people I choose to.
Right.
But honestly, the majority of people, if I had my choice, I would just be a hermit.
Every fifth Wednesday of the month.
Oh yeah.
That's at my desk for
Kaylee, I had her pick up dishes one time at a Fifth Wednesday, and I thought she might have a little meltdown. Seriously, and I think it was real.
I'm not that close.
It was real.
Yeah, it's interesting because like with groups too, it's like if you're in like a group setting. For me personally, sometimes I don't know what to do. Like I like talking to people, but then if my social quota is filled, I'm like I'm done. And so I like to be like the person who's helping because I enjoy helping,
I'd
but
rather
also
help.
it gives me something to do.
See, and I also have a lot of social anxiety because I was ruined in the fire service of a lot of people in a small area. I start to feel claustrophobic. I'm looking for ways out. I don't like shopping. I don't like going to Walmart or Costco.
I broke down crying in a mall one time
Like
because I
my
was so overwhelmed.
Yeah.
my
See what you
social
mean.
anxiety
Yeah.
level when I go to town and have to go shopping or something goes through the roof. And I am constantly looking for exits. I'm looking for causes. I'm looking for bad things to happen because my job
Right.
that's what I do. I go to the bad things. So I'm constantly aware of what might happen. And with all these people, how do I get all of them out? So my social anxiety goes through the roof.
See, and I'm like half and half on that. So I can like go to like a store. Half the time I can go and I can be pleasant when I like go shopping. I have a day I have to run errands and do all that stuff. And there are other days I don't shop at Winco anymore at all. I don't shop at Winco because Winco does give me great anxiety. There were times I'd go into the Winco parking lot and I'd sit in my car because I couldn't make myself get out to go in. And I would literally, I just drive away. I couldn't do it. So I don't go to Winco. And honestly, a lot of times when I shop anymore, I do the quick pay stuff where you shop in advance. Because I would rather do that.
Yeah. How interesting. Yeah. I think going back to like this question and like for you, if you let's say you were in a new group that you had to be in. Now I think
Through the roof.
what might have been some ways to help like prevent that, I think for you could be like if let's say the group leader like had like a conversation with you that wasn't necessarily in a whole group. So they made like a personal connection with you.
Yeah.
And that would help be like, okay, now I know you and then every time that you went, you were able to talk to another person in that group and have a one-on-one conversation, and then you were able to like maybe like sniff out being like, okay, this person's a safe person, or this person, I like their personality, I think we get along, or hey, I don't know how I feel like about this person.
2 hours.
So I think like for
I
you,
can't
like
even.
you need that like personal
I can
connection,
barely
and
see
like
What have we
feeling that,
got- what
hey,
have we
you're
got
not
on
like a
there,
bad
Sheila?
person,
Yeah.
right? And I know that I can have like this level of trust with you at least.
Like when I go to conferences, like business conferences, the worst part of a business conference is lunch. Or when they do breaks. I hate breaks.
I feel you on
I
that.
hate breaks and I hate lunch.
I gotta walk,
I don't know what to do.
I gotta walk outside.
I'll go in my car,
Yep.
cause I don't know what to do.
I'll go
That's really.
to the bathroom.
The trick to it is you go with her dad,
Oh, he talks to
problem solved.
Yeah, cause he's
Yeah.
very social.
Well, it's very interesting because like having been in like going with my dad to like different business things and whatnot, and like having to like be in different business settings, I think the biggest thing that I've learned is just to start like if you have like a set questions that you do, and then people love just to talk about themselves or what they're doing, and so you just sit there and you just keep asking question after question, and then you have a good exit question or a good exit way, and then you're done with the conversation. I always just find good people around the food though. I always start conversations around the food.
I heard, actually this lady said a good place to, if like there's a buffet, is to position yourself at the end of the buffet. It's a good place, she said, to start conversation, because people are, she said people were insecure when they turned around, they didn't know where to sit.
Right.
It's a very insecure moment for that person, and you could strike a conversation with them, and you'll actually make them feel more comfortable. But I thought that was interesting.
I don't like people
Unless
talking to
you're
me
me.
at the buffet.
I don't like I'm
So
dead
don't do
serious.
that
I
to
don't know
Will.
what to do. I don't know what to do.
Don't talk to me when I'm trying to get food.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I'd talk to you.
Have you ever done that though? Like you're getting your food from a buffet and the person on the other side of the buffet is trying to talk to you about what food you're getting?
Hell no.
What? Stop talking to me.
No, that's no.
I'm bellying up to the bar.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. Don't talk to me when I'm trying to get food.
I would talk to you.
I don't know you.
Or they look.
But
Now,
even,
if it-
even a simple introduction of like, hey, I don't think we've met. I'm Kelby.
Yeah.
Like, what brings you? Like, what do you?
But I think also it's like for someone like you, to do that, there's a warmth to you. There's a warmth to you, that you're not threatening. You're not a threat. I mean, when I look at you, I think not threatening is the right word. Because I would look at you and think that you're just a very warm, you just give off, you exude that warmth. So I also think it would have to do with the people that came up to you and talked, if I thought they were genuine or not. If I thought you were not genuine and you were just walking around shaking everybody's hands, doing your job, I would just be like, you can just pass me right on by. I'm not interested.
I was gonna say, I've had a few of those moments at a work convention of, hey, we don't think we've met, and it says, oh, hi.
You know where that stems from, I'll bet, is because our childhoods were paralleled, is you had to learn how to read people very quickly.
Oh, I can read.
And protect yourself massively.
Yeah, you have no choice but to learn that habit.
So you're
Learn how to do that.
constantly scanning for
Always.
bad people.
Always.
And anytime you see it,
What their intention is.
Right.
you don't give them the time of day.
Yes, sir. That's you can read their intention.
I went to this business conference in San Diego with my dad, and I was taking pictures of the ocean because it was beautiful at sunset, and I came in late for dinner, and there was like probably, I don't know, I want to say that there was maybe 500 people sitting down for dinner, and everyone had sat down and started eating. And so someone was like, hey, there's like a spot over here. So I sat down, I didn't really know anyone. And the guy to my right was like this older gentleman, and he was just like eating his food, and I was like, let's see if I can like crack him.
I need to get in his brain.
Well, I was just like, I started just like, hey, I'm Kelby, like blah blah blah, and he just seemed like very distant and like very like, I don't want to talk to you, in kind of a way. And so I was like, I wasn't pushy, and I wasn't like super pushy about it, but I just asked a few questions here and there. Turns out he's president of the organization there.
Wow.
And his wife is from Puerto Rico, and she was sitting next to him and started talking to me. And so they live in Tennessee, and I've met them for lunch in Colorado. I've met them for lunch here. Whenever they're in town, they always text me, and we get together for lunch. And so, yeah, no,
That's nice.
they're very nice individuals.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I was like, I want to see if we can be friends.
Was he just more,
I I think some people.
Introverted?
I think yes. I think some people are more introverted, and
And
like
they come
again,
off as-
like if you have that kind of shield of like, I didn't know he was the president of the big organization that put on this conference. I had no clue who he was, and so I was just like, hey, like what, like who are you? Like what you doing? Like, and he's a dad. He's going for his doctorate in like some kind of thing, and like he's president of his organization.
Yeah.
He's got a lot on his plate. He's got a lot going on, and I wasn't just trying to like. I wasn't like networking, like, hey man,
No,
like,
no.
whatever. I was just like, hey, who are you? And so, yeah. So I think it like took him like a few steps to be like, oh, hey, you're not like,
Yeah.
like trying to like network with me or whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, it was kind of interesting. So,
It is interesting. I find it interesting how the brain works for different people. But,
yeah. And I think you have to approach it from like a curiosity standpoint rather than like, oh, they don't like me if they don't talk to me, you know? It's like a curious of like, who are you and like what are you doing?
Being
and,
honest though, I don't think I'll ever do that.
Yeah.
I'm being
Yeah.
dead serious.
Yeah.
It's just not how my brain works. I mean, I would never, I would be able to hear you in the back of my head saying that, but also the anxiety is there. And so even though you're saying that to me now, that anxiety is just creeping up the back of my neck. And it was like, I can hear what Kelby said, and I think it's good that Kelby does that, and I think it's really cool that she can do that. But my anxiety says, don't do it.
And that's where it's like I've had to force myself to do that because for my job and everything, I have to talk to so many strangers. I didn't have the choice.
Yeah.
So I had to develop like a perspective that works for me. So then when I'm like starting to get anxious, I'm like, okay, just play with it. It's just a game, and just be curious. And if they don't want to talk to you, you'll probably never see them again. Fingers crossed.
That's where I'm at with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting.
It is. I find it very. That's why we have the talks that we have, because I think it's very interesting talking about that kind of stuff. Anyway, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's a good place to end that
And
hour and a half.
And on that note,
Podcast.
cream puffs.
anyone who
Yeah,
actually
cream puffs.
watched that long deserves a cream puff.
Cream puff.
So come by and we'll
Yeah. Aunt Julie will have these down here.
I was gonna say, Aunt Julie will bring them down. Come on by. They'll be gone by the time you get here.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Or these three will have hidden them.
Yeah.
And
I'll
tell
let
you
your
she
fingers
didn't
Yeah,
bring
I
them.
will hide them in my stomach.
Everybody tries to touch cream puff will bite your finger.
Well, we talked about these cream puffs. She about hit the ceiling. She was so excited. Aunt Julie makes cream puffs?
Hey, Julie's got cream puffs? Okay, bye.
Bye.